Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the South Stand. The Mancunian Way meets the South Stand. Mancunian Way goes south. And as there is very little news, I am going to start pushing these agendas in the morning. I am. I'm pushing this Kuzanov must start.
Yeah, you're locked in on this, aren't you?
I'm locked in on it. Kuzanov must start. Where are you on it? Oh, you're not with me yet. You're not with me yet. It's all right. There's
Not
a part
100%.
two, a part
I
three,
want him to play
four.
centre back. I don't want to see him play as almost a right back.
I just want him in the team by any. I want him in the defence by any means.
Do you know what I would have done over this few week period that he has off?
Go on.
I'd sit him down in front of a computer and say, "Watch Van Dijk stand off and kind of show that you don't have to crash in."
Always has to crash in.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just think
does
he's
like
a
to
bit
crash in.
reckless at the minute, and if he can get rid of that and have like a bit of a balance, I think he could be incredible. But yeah, just learn to jockey your player first.
Yeah, and Thunderrod, he's not on the thumbnail because he already plays for us. He's Kuzanov. I'm not going to put him on every thumbnail. I'm just going to keep running the agenda that if Pep wants to play his high line, Kuzanov must be in that defence somewhere. Listen, play him on the fucking... Nah, don't play him on the left. I like how Norway. But, for me, he's got to be in it, bro. We need that pace in our defence. Or,
if we're continuing to play high and wide, and our fullbacks are going forward, it makes sense to have him as one of the centre backs.
Yeah. Look, my whole thing is I'm not here screaming Diaz out. That's why I'm saying if it's playing him at right back, okay, no problem. I'm not here saying Diaz is washed. That's it. Diaz is done. Because we've seen what Diaz can do with the right people next to him in this system, right? 4 leagues in a row. But he hasn't got Walker there no more. So whether it be we have a left back bombing forward, and on the right side we don't have, he doesn't go forward. But and listen, Nunes isn't slow, but Nunes cannot defend like Kuzanov, right? This is the thing. We have to remember Kuzanov is a defender, and although playing him on the right is out of position, he's still a defender. He knows how to defend. Nunes is still learning how to defend. So, shout out to Martin, Patrick, and Alan. Unfortunately, Martin is currently otherwise occupied looking after his father. Alan is actually in... I think his mum and dad live in Tasmania, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So, do you know what? Actually, that's a good thing to call Alan the Tasmanian devil, because he is a bit like that, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Alan's in Tasmania, and Patrick, I don't actually know where Australian Patrick is. Well, I know he's in Manchester.
Pretty sure he's in Manchester now.
He is in Manchester. He confirmed it yesterday, but he hasn't read his message yet, which I can only presume he went out on the piss last night and just woke up late. That's what I think. But we are joined by another member of the Mancunian Way and another Aussie. Nick, what are you saying, bro? You good? How's weather over there? It's winter over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's winter, so it's definitely getting colder. Cold over here is probably 12, 13
What is cold
degrees.
over there?
12, 13
degrees. Oh, I'd still be in shorts, me.
No, that's shocking.
No, shorts in that weather, definitely. Shorts in 12, 13, yeah. I go to the shop in shorts when it's like December over here. I'll still wear shorts to the shop. I mean, some of my mates in Manchester, they'll wear them out in December, but I'm not that far. But I'll wear them to the shops.
Yeah. No, look, it's good, but in about a month's time, I'll be over in Europe. So
yeah, you're coming over for the Brighton game, I believe, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
That's bank holiday weekend, 23rd or 24th.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's like the third match week. So
yeah, I think I'm because Alan mentioned that you were coming over. I think I'm in Marrakesh then. So, but right, well, Blues, there is limited news on from Manchester. Let's go through it. In fact, do you know what? I was thinking we can do this together so that people don't think that's you're chatting shit and this news isn't coming from anywhere.
I did just while we're on it. I did just see something. 9320 has just posted something about Galatasaray trying to do a bundle deal for Gundogan, Akanji, and Ederson.
I tell you what, listen, there's people in our fan base that are literally creaming their pants over that.
Yep.
Hold on.
Again, I'm not too sure on the source, but yeah, 9320's reposted it. So if
9320 aren't bad. I mean, I know 9320 have been pulled up in the past for something, getting something wrong, but often 9320 are pretty spot on.
Yeah. So they've linked the journalist as well.
There will be people in this fan base that the thought of Akanji, Ederson, and Gundogan all going.
That's a dream clear out for some.
Well, for some, they're going, please take Kovacic and Bernardo, and we've gone clear. Not me, by the way, but some people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Galatasaray are being linked with quite a few City players this summer because I'm pretty certain they have been linked with Kovacic this summer.
Definitely.
The Ederson one confuses me a little bit.
Why is that?
I just can't. Right. So Galatasaray have said they'll pay him, I think it's 10 million over a season.
Yep.
Which is a damn sight more than he's getting at City. But still nowhere near as much as he would get from Saudi.
Mm.
Still quite a big wage, but I don't know if that would be enough to attract Ederson.
Yeah, no, spot on. The only thing I was thinking, even with like the Gundogan and I don't know, any other City players that have kind of been linked, is I know Sane's obviously gone there.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he's obviously had a word to them as well. But
I don't know if City have actually had a word and said, do you want to become like kind of Chelsea are taking all of our younger players? Do you want to take all our older players and do a European version of Chelsea, maybe? But it does seem, and Napoli, yeah, it does seem Galatasaray and Napoli are being linked with loads of players at the moment.
Galatasaray, they've got Osimhen at the moment, don't they?
Cass, Osimhen, is he back at Galatasaray now?
I think they're trying to make it permanent.
Yeah, they're trying to make it permanent. Yeah, because he was on loan there last season, wasn't he?
So they're obviously trying to build a pretty decent
must
team.
Be, yeah. There must. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they've had an owner or something. But listen, I'm still with Ederson. I still would like to keep. I'd be more than happy to keep Ederson one more season, right? If we're bringing in a keeper. Like Ederson, let Ortega go, keep Ederson for one more season and bring in, whether it be Costa, whether it be Trafford. So, bring quite a few of them. Akanji, I'd be happy with going there. And Gundogan, yeah, I'd be... do you know what? The Gundogan one in particular, because we know that Gundogan loves, I think that's where he deep down, if not at City, that's where he'd like to end his career. Yeah, interesting. But I tell you what, if you're Viana right now, you're probably thinking that would help. Look, if we can do a deal with you to get rid of Ederson, still not sure, but to get rid of Gundogan and Akanji, because I do think City would sell Akanji for the right price.
Well, again, I think we're going to make more than we bought him for.
Yeah, 14 million did we pay for him?
Yeah,
it's got to be worth. I think he signed a new. Did he sign a new contract as well? Let me check. Akanji contract quick.
Off the top of my head, I don't think so. So I still think he's got.
So his contract is until 2027. So he's still got
2 years.
2 years left.
Yeah.
So
I reckon you get probably 30, about 30 odd.
Yeah, I was going to say 25. You still make profit on him. 25, 30. Akanji move, so we paid 15 million euros for him. Yeah. Interesting, very interesting. Right, let me just...
That helps your boy out, Kusanov.
Bro, Kusanov... Yeah. And it helps Pep out.
Yeah.
It helps Pep out because Pep won't have to pick him anymore. Bro, if he doesn't... who the hell is that? That's not... Hold on, let me share my screen quickly. That's not a City player, is it? It's not a City player, is it? That's a model.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, who the fuck is that?
My eyes are as bad as yours.
That is a model, right? That's not a model. Yeah, that's a model. That's not a City player. I was going to say. I love that kit, though. Do you like it?
Oh, Mate, I can't wait to pick that one up. It's probably my favourite over the past 5 years.
Might be mine as well. I'm just trying to think.
It's just simple.
Yeah, clean. So clean.
clean.
I even like the collar on it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, everything about it. I really like that. Sorry, I'm just having a quick scan. You know, when you start seeing these things, there's not much news. Oh,
Or the
hold on. We'll have a
polls.
look at this. We'll have a look at Giovanni's goal. Bosh! Look at that beauty.
Yeah.
Lovely. By the way, this kit as well. This kit, how much does it look like our kit from 2 seasons ago?
Yeah.
The collar?
Yep.
Even where the Club World Cup badge used to be, they've now got the Italian badge. Proper looks like a City kit from 2 years ago, doesn't it?
Yeah. So some of the kits that are coming out of Italy are pretty sick.
But I'll tell you, there was one pic I need to show. Have you seen the pic of Kevin De Bruyne and McTominay next to each other?
Yeah. I found
Weird.
that so disrespectful.
Yeah. Oh, Napoli, you nasty work. And it looks like one's a pro footballer and one's a semi-pro footballer. Oh, there you go. Another goal. Right. What I wanted to look at, let's go through this together. We're going to go through people. Make sure you're smashing the likes. As I say, we are going to be consistent with the show every single morning. So tomorrow morning, even though I am going out tonight with with Pulpy, with Patrick, with Steve, potentially with a few of the other City boys, I am going to make sure I'm up for a show tomorrow morning at 10:30. So we're going to be doing these shows every morning. I personally think we're not going to see too much news out of City until a week on Monday. Once players start coming back, I think that's when there's going to be real conversations between Pep and the players, and we're going to start seeing people making moves. But we're going to bring you news every day. But let's go through it together. Is there anything Pep Guardiola? Do you know what? Often, do you use news now?
No, never
Right,
used this one before.
So what it is it's basically, if you type Manchester City news now, it's basically, as you can see, it searches and finds all the news that is about from all the different websites, right? But a lot of the time, the titles you can guess with the rumours, right? So Pep Guardiola told awesome Man City star is genuinely the fastest player in football history. Who do you think that is?
Probably your boy Kusanov.
Well, if it's Kusanov, if this is Kusanov, hold on. And then what you have to do is usually you have to scroll down.
Haaland.
Oh, Erling Haaland.
Yeah, right.
Really? Interesting news. So we'll yeah, great. That's not news. Manchester City keen on signing Barca player. Let's have a look at this one. And a lot of them you have to discredit and break down.
Oh, wasn't this Fermin Lopez? Oh no, Ter Stegen.
Yeah, I can't see. Bro, we keep being linked with Ter Stegen, you know. We keep being linked with him. I can't see it.
No.
I can't see it. Not now.
Definitely not.
Look, we got Bravo when we should have got Ter Stegen.
Oh.
But now I can't see it. I can't see it. So we're going to.
I think all the news I've seen on Ter Stegen is he does not care if an offer comes in for him. He's not leaving.
Yeah.
He wants to stay. He's told he won't play.
Yeah. Here's the next one. Pep Guardiola pushing Manchester City to sign versatile Real Madrid star. Who do you think it's going to be? Surely. Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Camavinga? I
guess he can play left back, midfield. I don't think we need him now.
Nah, it's not one we'd be. I mean, could he do the DM role? Maybe. Yeah. As Rodri cover. Would Camavinga be happy to come into a Manchester City mid? See, this is the thing. If Camavinga leaves Real Madrid, he's not going anywhere to be second fiddle. Right?
Correct. He's a warm-up starter.
Yeah, but at the same time, if he's looking at City with Rodri and with Reinders fully fit, he's not a guaranteed starter at City. So I can't see that one happening. I'm going to discredit that one straight away. Same. I wonder if that's the same one. Another outlet reporting it. Camavinga again. Second link to him. Interesting. 59 million, that would be probably, what's his name, wouldn't it? Liverpool could have signed Marmoush. I could have seen that as well. What else we got? Man City announced open training session. Great. Grealish, Man City are finding themselves in an unusual position with, Luis Suarez has already told Man City the goalkeeper they want to sign is like another midfielder. Ooh. Let's have a look at this.
I was going to say, have you touched on, obviously, the new sponsorship deal?
We can touch on it, yeah. Go on. And that, bro, see what I mean? Even Suarez is trying to... How old is Andre ter Stegen? He must be...
He's been around a while, yeah.
$33 years old. What, bro? There's some mad PR going on about him. The way people keep... I've heard quite a few people saying City must go out and sign him. Nah, mate, he's 33 years old. That's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
me,
were you
it's
going to say
a weird
about...
one. The fact that he can't even get in Barca at the minute, like not even a single minute, is very, very strange.
Oh, what's this? City Extra, Manchester City set to complete deal for Tottenham midfielder in the next 48 hours. Now, this one looks promising, right? Because it's got City Extra next to it. But I guarantee you it's an 18-year-old.
Yeah, wasn't it that kid from the 16-year-old from one of their academy?
Exciting young midfield talent, yeah.
It's definitely City are definitely keeping all the news quiet at the minute.
I think at the moment there's just not too much going on. Yeah, as you can see, I could open every single one and go through them, but ultimately, the news for Manchester City today is pretty dross once again. Hopefully, it will pick up. What did you want to speak on with regards to the
new Puma deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I think a lot of people have come out and kind of said recently that I don't think a brand such as Puma would come out and sponsor City if they didn't know something in regards to case outcomes and things like that. It's a lot of money to put forward, especially if there was a points deduction, if there was any negative publicity, they would not want to be associated with that.
No. Did you see the rumours that went out yesterday? We spoke about them on the show, but you might not. All right,
I might have missed that part.
Let me. I got sent it in the morning, and then I actually got sent it a further 3 or 4 times yesterday. So it's certainly doing the rounds. Let me just read it out to you. So it's weird because on Monday, me and Pulpy were talking about 115, and we were saying, we thought. I remember there was an international break around March, April time, and I thought, it might come out now. And then I think some news came out, a lot of people saying you might not hear this until kind of June, July time. And we were speaking about it the other day, and I said, I must admit, seems to have gone very quiet. And to me, it feels like we're over 6 months, we're 7 months, nearly 8 months since the case closed, right?
Yep.
8 months is a long time to, especially when they know that there's all this pressure from every single club and from everyone and all the media. It does seem like a very long time to come to a decision, right?
Yeah.
And I just said on Monday, I said, seems to me like maybe at this point, it's not City kicking the can down the road. It's the Premier League trying to buy time, and almost like the Premier League want it to just disappear, right? And then I received this yesterday. Apparently, City have only been found guilty on non-cooperation, a 3-point deduction and a big fine, but City want full exoneration. That's the reason for the delay. And then they've said it's come from a bloke who's very, very in at the club.
Yeah.
City are saying they will accept the 3 points if they are given permission to, or not permission, if they are told basically by their solicitor, their lawyer, that they can sue certain media outlets and pundits. So what they're saying is, do you know what? We will accept the 3-point deduction if we can sue media outlets and pundits. They're saying they won't sue the clubs involved as long as the clubs make public statements that City did nothing wrong. So ultimately, what that is suggesting is that all they've been found guilty of is non-cooperation. Yep. Non-cooperation ultimately they want to get rid of that, right? So they're fine with not the non-cooperation thing, because to me and you, non-cooperation, I guess the way we would see it is non-cooperation means basically
we've made it harder for you to get the information.
Yeah, but ultimately, we admit you've done nothing wrong, but you've wasted our time. You could have just shown us this years ago, right? This didn't need to go to court. You brought all of this to court for no reason, right? Now, what people said in the comments yesterday that I think, and a lot of people are saying in the comments now, is I do agree that doesn't really make sense, because we could be hit with a fine for non-cooperation because we wasted a lot of people's time.
Yeah, but you can't get hit for 3 points for non-cooperation.
You can't. I hear that as well. You can't go, all right, well, non-cooperation, we're going to give you 3 points, because it's nothing to do with it. From a sporting point of view, from the league point of view, that 3 point. But I think what it does say is City
would it be
just
3 points? Yeah, 3 points in this upcoming season or a previous season?
We don't know. I think the 3 points thing, I can see why people would say, the 3 points thing doesn't make sense, because if you've done nothing wrong, why punish you with a sports punishment? I understand the financial look. You've wasted our time, so we're gonna fine you a lot, because this could have avoided all of this court. I get why City did it, because City maybe wanted to expose it. It's the whole thing. If the police turn up at my door and they don't have a warrant, I'm not letting them in the house. So why should City give them evidence? Because they're saying the one thing I've always said, City said from the absolute start, is that, like,
irrefutable evidence.
And also, we just want everyone to be treated the same, right?
Yeah.
So why are you asking us to show you information that you haven't asked other people?
Especially, didn't it say in there they want to be completely exonerated? But then why would they be happy to accept a 3 point? Like, it doesn't add up.
Yeah, and this is a thing. I think, Nitin, you're right. The club won't accept anything for me, because I think the club are now at the point where if we accept anything, we are basically admitting some sort of guilt, right?
Yep.
And the club is saying, no. You must clear us, and we need a statement from every single club clearing us, because all of you lot have fucking killed us for 2 years.
Yeah.
And and the truth is, like,
even if it was a 3 point deduction, it'd hang over
anything,
our heads.
Anything. Bro, I read that out yesterday on Never a Foul, and straight away all rivals are going, but come on, we all know that you cheated, you've just got away with it. And it's like, right, we need to be cleared, because even if you think from a commercial point of view, this has hindered us a lot. The amount of deals that City would not have got because this is hanging over them. And you know what? Shout out to Puma. Puma, probably because of how close they are with the club, they've got access to everything, right? But there will be some people that don't know everything and have just gone, nah, steer clear of City. I mean, do you know what? It's
from a brand's point of view, 100%. It's you don't want to get yourselves involved with people that have a cloud hanging over them. 100%.
Yeah. Do you know what? Another example. Our Martin's going to be with us in 2 minutes. Lovely. Another example is, and it's probably a good thing, right? But we would have, as just one example, Paqueta would have come to City. Was it last summer or the summer before? Paqueta. The reason City pulled out of that probably was because no, we don't need any more slander. If we didn't have all this over our name, would we have spent more in previous transfer windows? There's so many implications that 115 has had on this club that I do understand why the board will want complete exoneration of that. And I do think you're right, by the way. The Puma deal, £1 billion, £1 billion over 10 years, right? They're not going to do that. I've always said it. The club would not have built that third tier and that whole complex for travelling Manchester City fans from abroad. None of that would have been done if City had any thought. So, look, it is all rumours. It's all rumours at the moment. But I can't lie. 8 months, yeah?
Yep.
Hold on. Richard Keys. I know Paquette was about his betting case, but what I'm saying is that
there was a cloud hanging over him.
Because of the slander City have round their name, they would look at that betting case and gone, no, we don't need to go through that. Like any slander, like City will have avoided. So all these little things could have been.
The Paquette one
just
was
one
interesting.
example.
Yeah, the Paquette one was interesting as well because they were obviously saying that pretty much it was a few days out from us signing him that kind of got brought up, and then immediately after that was he may never play football again was kind of the thing. So it's like, the last thing City want to do is go out and splash 80 million on a bloke that plays for 2 or 3 weeks. But the funny thing about that is he hasn't stopped playing and the case is still ongoing.
Yeah. Fact. And this is the thing, bro. Do you know what I've always found with Mudryk, the Mudryk case, right, for me, is one that
did not get enough publicity.
Bro, he's banned. Mudryk's banned for like something like 8 years or something.
4 years or something, wasn't it?
What has he done?
Was it doping?
But I mean, how long did Pogba get for that?
Pogba got a big ban, but then he's got overturned somewhere that he got like less of a ban somewhere.
The Mudryk ban is huge. I just do feel sometimes like that was absolutely massive. But yeah, look, I do think for it to be dragging this long, I think at this point, the longer 115 we don't hear about, I think the more chances of us being cleared of most things. But I do like, if this is true, I do like the club's stance that no, we want total exoneration. Because we know still at this point, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, but the punishment we got from UEFA was for, again, not cooperating, right?
Yep.
But still, no one's hearing that. Rivals are like, oh, no, City cheated. So based on that, hello, Martin.
Could you...
Morning.
Hello. Martin is with us. He's the voice from above today. How are you?
What are you talking about?
Talking about, I'm sure you got multiple messages yesterday about that 115 rumour.
Yeah, garbage.
What, you think it's completely garbage?
I think parts of it are, because the punishment hearing is the punishment, or the sanction hearing is separate.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they've sacked, because then that's not giving anyone any right of appeal. Yeah. So I would even, it's a bit weird that.
I think there's been, I had this mate that always used to take a bit of truth and it'll add some spices or season it up and make it.
Yeah.
And I think that's this. I do think there's some truth in it. I do think potentially that maybe it is looking like City might be found innocent of most things, and the guilty things is for miscooperation. That bit makes sense. I think the rest of it is people throwing their little bits of what's going to happen. Because like you said, I think it probably isn't at the point where they're discussing what's going to happen yet. I think it's probably people throwing those bits on it. But
and not only that, there's very, very big NDAs in place as well.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I think, like you said, when you read it and you're like, you sort of read the first sort of half, 3/4, and you're like, really good this. Then you get to the bullshit part and you're like, nah, right, you've lost me now. You've totally lost me. Because you're not getting a points deduction for non-cooperation. That's a fact.
That's what I said. Because
so I don't know where that's come from.
Because the non-cooperation, you would get hit with a big fine, because they'd be saying, you pricks, you've wasted all our time.
Yeah.
Right? You could have just shown this evidence at the start, and the amount of costs, including on yourself, you idiots, right? But we get why they did it. But the point deduction is just mental, because that City would then go, hold on, point deduction. It's nothing to do. We haven't cheated, so we haven't ever
It
had
wasn't
an
that,
advantage.
Do you know where it lost me? I know they want, but they're not going to get the other 19 clubs to come and stand up in a public forum and go, we are so sorry that we slagged you off. They're not going to do that.
Would be unbelievable. Imagine Levy.
That's a fan-led thing. That's a fan-led thing.
Right. Having Levy and I don't know. I'd be wanting to bring back the whole Man United hierarchy for the last 10 years and stand them all in a row. I'd be saying, Jurgen Klopp, get your ass back over here now.
Yeah,
you get in that line.
There's no public gulag going on here.
You can fucking get Terry Flewers. You can fucking
Gary Neville, Goldbridge. They're all coming out.
Simon Jordan, all of you fuckers, go and join that line. Right, and I'd stand there with a rifle ready to shoot them all. Actually, Terry, I wouldn't shoot you. You're all right, but a few of them I might do. Right, so speaking on that, people, there is 243 in here. The likes are only at 101. Let's get those likes up to 115. Come on, we're talking on 115. Let's get those likes up to 115. Other things we've spoken on how slow the news is. Have you seen this rumor? Let me ask your opinion on this, Martin.
We're making rumors up. It really is no news at the moment, innit?
So Galatasaray apparently are preparing a bid for Ederson, Akanji, and Gundogan, all in one. How do you feel about that, Martin?
I mean, was there a fee behind that? Any money behind any of that?
Oh, they're not going to get it for free. Well, actually, yeah. What do you think?
100 mil?
Fuck off. For Ederson, Akanji, and fucking Gundogan. Now, did you see yesterday, actually? Galatasaray have said they won't pay more than 10 million for Ederson. That seems pretty cheap for me.
Yeah, this is the problem. Everyone keeps asking, why are we not selling anyone? Because everyone else have been cheap-ass people that were like, Pep said this, was it 2 years ago? When City want a player, it's like 100 times the value. When they come and knock on our door and want to buy a player, they want them like bargain-based freebies.
Yeah.
And we've got to give them away.
Yeah,
it is bang out of order. You're talking, is Ederson off the boil at the minute? 100%. Is he 10 million quid? Get out of town.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, with 2 years left on his the only thing is, you would say, is one of those ones where, because I've been told that there is and Martin, you'll probably know this, but I've been told there's a contract on the table for Ederson, and it's just a case.
There always has been. There always has been.
But I've been told by somebody that they think he might sign it when he comes back, but the abuse of his family maybe has turned his head a little bit.
Yeah, this is why, that has to stop. If you look at the players, the players have put cryptic little clues out. Look at Akanji. He looks like he went to the Maldives. He's gone somewhere, tropical. But if you notice, he's just gone to a very quiet place and he put some out on his social media.
Like he's having to think about it?
It was just like peace, calmness. Listen, all the players see what we see. All the players' families see what we see. Now, I know it's not right.
When a player's account changes from kind of and becomes a little bit more private, you know that they've seen something that's fucking turned around.
It's like the Gundogan. I said it last night. Listen, should Gundogan go? 100%. Should he go? Yes. Because he is blocking other players now.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is he was still our treble captain. He was still the guy that wanted. Let's let him go out with the respect that he deserves. Let's not have him go out on that last season. Ignore that last season. We know why he played so much. We know Pep likes him. Let's just forget it and move on.
Do you know, that is where I am with. I mean, I wanted Walker to go last summer for that exact reason. That's where probably I think De Bruyne went at the right time, because I think if De Bruyne played one more season for City, right?
Yeah,
the way that De Bruyne
would have gone the same way.
And I'm not, by the way, listen, people in the chat, I'm not meaning ultimately anyone in the chat that says to me now we wouldn't, I'm not talking to you, right? Because you wouldn't. I'm talking to those people that would, right? And trust me, the fact that people have turned on Gundogan a bit But do you know what? It's mad because I'm not on X too much. I don't see it too badly. So
I've loved it.
I've seen on YouTube, I've seen people saying it's time for Gundogan to go. I haven't seen too much. And you know what? I see people call them the unks, yeah? I haven't seen anyone get abusive towards any of them. I just see people
that's
saying
what
it's time for them to go.
It's a Twitter cesspool, crappy. I ain't got no life, so I have to go in an echo chamber and follow everyone else live.
Do you know what?
Sorry, I was going to say, Martin, I sent you the other day the link to the 9320 pod, and I think the last 10 minutes of it were probably some of the best kind of awareness and just kind of highlighting where our fan base is at the moment. I think Asan, I think, did such a good piece about all the people saying that Pep needs to go. And basically
so that's on the 9320 podcast, right? Yeah. Do you have to pay to listen to that?
No, they do like one or two free.
I'm going to find that on the train up to Manchester.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's unbelievable.
I pay for it. I give my $5 a month.
But yeah.
So if you're not free, I can send you the full links if anyone needs it.
Oh, right. So you're paying for it. Now you're going to share it to everyone for free.
No, share it to people, my friends. Not share it out to the public knowledge.
Do you know, I just
he pretty sorry, Daps, he pretty much just basically said that the loudest voices are obviously the most reactionary and all of that. So it was a classic one of, obviously he said like people that are criticizing Pep saying he needs to go and things like that. And he just said, mate, the guy's got so much credit in the bank. He said, mate, the guy could finish 8th next season for us, and I wouldn't have him gone.
See,
I think the majority of fans would probably stick by that.
I'm not. I'll be
really?
Completely. Bro. Look, first and
he's
foremost,
given us everything.
Yeah. Bro, 100%. Right. My mum and dad gave me everything, but there came a time where it's time for me to spread my wings and fly. Right.
Yeah.
And the one thing for me is the very important thing is I will never be saying Pep out. Right.
Yeah.
Never. I'll never, ever be going, get this bald fraud out. None of that ever. It would only ever be, I think that maybe it's time for Pep and the club to have a conversation about what's right for both parties, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. This season is that for me, that because I trust Pep and I don't think that we'll come to this, right? If we start this season and we're not winning the first couple of games, that doesn't make, or even the first 10 games, if we don't win, right, I'm not going to be here saying Pep out, or I'm not even, the relevance is how we are losing those games, right? If we are losing games for the first 10, 15 games of the season that are very similar to the Al Hilal game, if they're very similar to what we saw from November through till January, if they're very similar to that, it is a conversation, right? That maybe Pep and the board, because I think the board will already be onto him about things need to change. Now, if things aren't changing, then it has to be a conversation because maybe he's not listening to the board at that point, right?
But things are changing.
Yeah,
things are changing.
And this is a key. I believe that they will change, right? So that's because I've got every single faith in Pep. But if things for nearly a year, including 2 transfer windows, still are not changing, there's still signs that Pep is being stubborn. We haven't got the resources. So ultimately, also the recruitment hasn't matched what we need. Then we have to look at things. Otherwise, we could start going really downhill. But let me be very, very clear. There will never be a day where I scream Pep out, ever.
Yeah, same here. He's got too much credit in the bank. He's given us everything.
But it's the same with most players. Like all these players, I mean, the Bernardo Silva one's mad because Bernardo, for me, like I've always said, up until last season, he was my favourite City player, right? Over Foden, over Haaland, over Rodri. I fucking love Bernardo because of everything he gets about the club. I even yesterday had someone saying Bernardo is shit all last season, right? I think the back end of last season, when he was played in a deeper role, I think Bernardo was good. I'm just anti-Bernardo as a winger.
Yep, I'm the same. Yep, he doesn't offer enough on that wing. Yeah.
Yeah. Kuznov must play. Martin, what are you saying on that one?
I think he should play some games. I'm not on your bandwagon. He should be number one now. Jesus.
So, Martin, if you...
By the way, someone told me yesterday Kuznov was better than Company. I nearly fell out my chair. Nearly fell out my chair.
I'm not here saying Kuznov is better.
No, that's an agenda.
See, I'm not here saying Kuznov is better than Diaz. What I do think is that if we're going to play Diaz, if we're going to play this high line and we're going to play Ruben Diaz, we need pace in the defence. That's all I'm going to say, right?
No, I'm not. Listen, I've no problem with pace. Listen, this is my thing. Kuznov should be given the opportunity. 1,000%. He's got pace. My issue is not the pace. My issue is when he gets to the man and the ball, then what happens?
This is exactly what I said at the start.
Right.
Exactly
Can you see
what
your
I
phone,
said.
Martin?
Can I see my phone?
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I play something, you can see it.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to stop it there. How many cards did you see in the last 10 seconds?
In the Premier League, 2 red cards. That's the Premier League.
He's got about 4 red cards there.
That's what I've no problem with the pace thing. It's when he gets to the man and I love it. I absolutely love him doing that. But I know in the Premier League, the referees ain't gonna love that. That's the thing. You've got to look at the way the referees are.
You know what? Someone in the comments said earlier when I played it, right? He's Otamendi with speed.
That means Alan won't like him then.
Joking aside, though, do you think that might be one of the things that Pep's seen and Pep and the coaching staff saw and thought, do you know what? Yeah. Actually, do you know what? I'm just thinking, someone said no fouls there. Martin, remember Thatcher against Portsmouth?
No fouls there. What are they watching?
Well,
what are they saying? No
can you remember Thatcher against?
Yeah, it was right in front of me. That it was bang in front of me on Pedro Mendes. Bang, take that, my sunshine.
Do you know what we're talking about, Nick?
No.
Let me show you.
Just
hold on.
Have you got? Please tell me you've got a video of Ben Thatcher on Mendes.
I'm getting it now.
Someone's going to put in the comments. There's nothing wrong with that. He's good old.
The funniest thing is the commentary. Yeah, the commentary says at first they're like, "Oh, they weren't even sure if it was yellow." Hold on, let me share screen. 1 second. Window. That one. All right. Hold on. Where is it? Here it is.
Oh, Jesus. No way. What do you get for that? There is no way.
He got yellow. He got yellow.
That is wild.
Martin, sorry, you're back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost it. Yeah, that was football back then.
That was football. Football has gone soft. No, but joking aside, do you think that might be one of the reasons why he was kind of pulled out of the team?
100%.
Yeah, because have you ever noticed as soon as he gets the yellow, he gets pulled right back off?
Yeah.
You ever noticed that? You follow patterns.
I love that.
Listen,
football. I mean,
1,000%.
I love that football. I loved it.
Do you know? I think it's just my opinion. This. Do you know what I want to do? And this is about Nico Reilly as well. We're talking about all these players. We've got Kushinoff, we've got Victor Hayes, we've got Juma Bobb, we've got Nico O'Reilly, etc. What we're going to do is, for these players, is give them a pathway. If we're going to trust them. So Nico O'Reilly should be, when Bernardo Silva leaves next season, or this upcoming season, it'll be his last year. Yeah. Don't buy a Bernardo replacement. Give that spot in the squad to Nico O'Reilly. So, for example, when John Stones and Akanji leaves, Victor Hayes and Kushinoff get moved up, promoted into their
squad. Please.
Yeah, we've got to. If we want to keep these young lads, we have to give them the pathway. There is no point in selling Bernardo or letting Bernardo go, going buying a top replacement, and then saying to Nico O'Reilly, "What are you moaning about?"
Yeah.
Give the guys that's where we've got to be. That's squad building. That's building for the future. That's squad. That's succession planning as well.
Yeah,
that's what we've got to do.
I mean, hopefully they're the things that. I mean, look, with Viana, this is a new rebuild for him. Let's forget Pep and forget City for a second. This is actually Viana's chance to stamp his kind of thing, and that should be his way, right? That he says, okay, look, it's great what you've achieved in the last 10, 15 years, 10 years, let's say. But now we do need to start seeing a few more of the academy players actually, like, you know, if we sit here and be honest, so far, academy players, not that we've sold and have become stars, but academy players that have become stars at City since the new academy. Foden. Would you say there's any others that have become stars?
Not with us, no.
They haven't, have they?
Yeah, but
no, because sorry, go on.
No. I was just going to say, obviously, Pep mentioned towards the back end of the season that he goes, I should have trusted the younger kids earlier. So yeah, I wonder if that's going to be maybe a bit of a wake up call to him to go like, well, look, like they are ready. I've just got to throw them in.
Yeah.
You're never going to find out unless you do.
No. And this is the thing that I see people, you know, there are players that we can say, you know, Oscar Bobb, potential, Rico Lewis played quite a few games. There are people that you will say, okay, no, you know, they've become part of the squad, but stars, we have one so far, Foden, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing the Rico Lewis thing because everyone's turned on Rico Lewis.
Yeah,
everybody's turned on.
No. This isn't even a like at the moment.
It's just who we've made into stars.
Rico is a 20-year-old that is in the Manchester squad, Manchester City squad, and has been. This will be his third or fourth season in the Man City squad, right? Third, I think. That's phenomenal, right? No, this will be his fourth. This will be his fourth season in the Manchester City squad, right? That's phenomenal. At the age of 20, soon to be 21, right? That is absolutely phenomenal. But he's not a star. He's nowhere near a star at the moment.
No.
And I would say that that's probably something that they look at. And I just saw JMCFC said that is going to be in our blueprint, but not for next season. I agree with that. And I think that might be why Pep has said, as a prime example, about Oscar Bobb, that I don't want to sell Oscar Bobb, but this season I would consider a loan because I think Pep knows Oscar Bobb can be a star for Manchester City, but can you create stars from your academy while you're also trying to get back to where you were and win the league?
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's the thing is EDS academy football is not a great standard. It's not a great standard. Yeah. And you can always tell that a player outgrows that standard.
Yeah.
So, and we can go through them, Jaden Braff to, all sorts of people that were going to be the next. Well, even McAtee, even, who was the guy?
Cole Palmer.
Carlos Borges. Carlos Borges.
Yeah.
Jamal Sampuza. They all look great at EDS and they're like flying.
Yeah. And again, people, this is where straight away you will say Barca and you will say PSG. But in recent years, PSG is a bit different because that league is very different. If we're saying Barca, up until this season, Barca have not been where Manchester City have been over the last 10 years. So it is a bit different. And Barca's academy is special and established. So I think, and the league is different. Let's be honest. the Premier League is a very, very tough physical league, right?
Definitely.
It's not technical like other leagues. So,
I was going to
by
say,
the way, yes, you can always do, well, PSG did it or someone else did it. I will never say, bro, I could land on the moon tomorrow because someone's done it before, right? It doesn't mean it's easy to do. Nothing's easy to do, and that's the thing.
But Barcelona were obviously forced to as well with the like their financial issues and things like that. So they had to bring kids through. Is it both Pedri and Gavi are not? They were bought, weren't they?
Yes, they were actually bought.
And everyone bangs on about them being from the academy. So I know they obviously bring through a lot of good players as well. But I do think that it's
just, I always, whenever you have this conversation, the first thing is, well, PSG did it and PSG did it, Barca did it. Okay, cool. But you can't sit here and reel off. Like, Leicester won the league without spending much money. But how many other Premier Leagues have been won without doing that? Right? Not many. So, yes, there are examples, 100%. But Manchester City did a 4-peat and won a treble without doing that. So the same way you can give examples of it being done with that, there's more examples of it not being done. So I don't know. For me, I think I do want to see more stars come up from the academy. Like I do.
Well, hang on. Someone's mentioned Mika Hamilton.
I like Mika Hamilton as well. I really liked him.
Do you know where he ended up?
Where?
Stockport County and couldn't even get into their team. Can we stop this? Because they play 2 great games, that makes him a star. 2 games is not a career, people. And I'm not trying to be the be all. I'm just saying Mika Hamilton played in the Champions League, was phenomenal, scored a great goal.
Yeah, it was.
Went to Middlesbrough, couldn't get in the Middlesbrough first team and got whacked out to Stockport County on loan, and then got dropped from Stockport County's 11.
Do you know what? Sorry. Can I someone keeps screaming this name. So let's use this name as a prime example, right? He looks good, right? But at the moment, he's looking good, yeah? He was looking good in the EDS, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk on Divine Mukasa, because people are saying he's the real deal. We don't know if he's the real deal or not yet. Are you saying are people saying we should, at the moment where we're trying to get back to a team winning leagues, right? We have Haaland, and we also now have a very fluid front three of, as an example, Marmoush, Doku, Savia. Yeah?
Because he's more of an 8-10, isn't he, Mikasa?
I was about to say, you're dropping out Chiberi, Foden, Cherky. Which one's going out for Mikasa?
This is a thing. Right.
Don't buy it, Chiberi.
I think, are we all in the agreement, that we want to see these players in the Carabao Cup, though? We want to see a heavily rotated team in the Carabao Cup.
Yep. I was going to say the one I'm more excited about is probably that Ryan McAdoo. Looks incredible. But again, it's a classic case of, I do think the system that we play and that our academy play does kind of make players look better than they are sometimes. I think you often see that they kind of get this self-belief that they're bigger and they're ready to play first team. And a lot of the time when they do leave the academy, the numbers that they're putting up drop dramatically.
They do.
And their performances, that a lot of them almost drop off the face of the earth.
But that's Mikaska's 8-10.
Yeah.
Right. You've just blocked up Nico O Reilly now.
Yeah, totally.
You can't have both. This is what I'm saying. We can't have everybody rolling.
For me, it's a Carabao Cup, right? And that's been one of my frustrations at time, has been when it's a Carabao Cup game, second, third round, right? And you're thinking, we're gonna see some youngsters, and the team comes out and there's like one youngster in it. And that, for me, like, let's be honest, I love the Carabao Cup. I love, 4 in a row and all of that. But just give us what we want. Let us start to see them in at least the Carabao Cup, right?
I was going to say, do you think it would also help if they got, because I know a lot of players sit in the academy and end up training bits and pieces with the first team. I think that's obviously great. But I do think some of them need to go out on loan almost a little bit earlier, if possible.
What, some of the younger players?
Yeah. Really test them and give them a taste of what first team football would be like. So some may thrive in it and some may struggle, but I think it would really help like separate obviously the players that are ready.
I hear you on that. I think the City's way of doing it has been keep them around the first team so that they learn the City way of doing things. But look, I've been saying it for me at the moment. Rico Lewis, I would have loaned him out last summer personally. I would like Rico Lewis to get a loan, someone like Brighton last summer. But it's you know what, hindsight, beautiful thing. Maybe him staying around the players was the right thing. Right. One thing I wanted
at the end of the day, Daps, if people want these youngsters in, which is their opinion, are they willing to not buy players then to allow these players to come through?
Yeah. I know people. We want a squad of 32, and we want every player to play every game. That's apart from Kanji and Bernardo, who shouldn't be playing.
Because these are the same. Some of these people will say, and when I say I mean general. I don't mean anyone in the chat or anyone on here. Just talking more generally there. Yeah, what they'll say is they'll go get me a Mikasa, but they'll be the same people who'll beg for Musiala in like 2 years. For an example, 2 years time. Yeah. And then you're blocking up. And then they'll go, well, why is Nico O'Reilly not playing? Well, you said about the Carabao Cup. Well, wouldn't that not be a good place for Echeverri to learn his trade and play full 90-minute games?
Oh, yeah.
It's a balancing act, this. That is so dangerous because whether we like this or not, some players will not make it. And people hate this example from me. But Feyenoord was the perfect example. We were 3-0 up with all the older players on the pitch. He brought on McAtee, brought on Jamal Simpson-Pouzin. There was somebody else came on, and we dropped down to 3-3.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's some of the players might not make it. I think, like again, you're probably looking at 90% of the players through the academy probably won't make it at the end of the day at City. Just at the moment, in terms of the model City are kind of operating in, where it is kind of win now while we've got Pep, I think.
Yeah, well, you can't have a win now mentality and then say I want the academy. Something's got to give at that point. I mean, me and Nick were on the phone with Alan the other day, and the only example he could use was United's 1996 team.
It's always I'm the like, same one. Everyone always uses.
We're going back 20 years here to get the example.
People
20. It's almost 30, mate.
Yeah, it's almost 30. And the other one
is God, it is, isn't it? Jesus.
People will mention Barca, but even there, it's not like United. When United did it, it was different. So quickly, one thing I just want to before we wrap up, 10 more minutes, little chat on this. Bear with me. Our number 9. What are we saying? Martin, can I catch you? Can I catch you rocking that in Tenerife?
In Turkey.
Or in Turkey, yeah.
That's not in my suitcase.
No, you ain't got that in your suitcase.
No.
And by the way, I don't mean the outfit. I mean the missus.
All right. No.
But no.
Stop getting me in trouble, you.
Shout out Haaland, living his life. But Haaland, Isak. Who would you rather at City? Oh, that's silence. You two, back your boy.
No, for me, Haaland. Listen, I need to. Isak's fantastic, but I need to see.
I think they're both great. Yeah.
They're different players, but and I know Newcastle fans are very, very big on the Isak thing at the minute. I got told the other day Isak was the best striker in the world, so I'm like, okay, then Well, why don't you pay him like that? Then you cheapskates. Pay him like that. Then.
Yeah. See, this is the thing that if you're looking for a number 9, I'm sorry, but I'm Haaland all day, every single day. And
he's the best finisher in world football. Is he the best?
We've got to
overall footballer. No,
that's all it is.
No. Look, and the whole thing is right. It's if you're talking about as who's better at X or Y, they are both number 9s. Who is the better number 9? It is Haaland, right?
Yeah.
And you can go and someone summed up perfectly. It might have been Pundit J, right? when he said that in Isak's best season and Haaland's worst season, where he was injured for 2 months, Isak got 1 goal more than him, right?
Yeah.
You go and look at Haaland's numbers, and this isn't just at City, this isn't just at Newcastle. You can go back and look at any stage of their careers, because they've both been to a few clubs that both have been at the same club or similar levels, right? Haaland has completely outscored him at every single point. Right?
How old is Isak actually?
And prime example is the vibe. Haaland who misses. Hold on, where is it? Haaland who misses multiple big chances in every single game now. Isak doesn't. 1 season of that, bro. 1 season of that.
Can I just throw something in as well?
Sadly, this last season is going to haunt a lot of fans for the rest of the
Yeah, can I just throw something as well? Obviously, the Club World Cup was brief and whatnot, but did you guys see Haaland's link-up play and
yes,
the way he was able to get players more involved? So I think again, it's
but
it's
I
a
also
case
think
that he is
that's
evolving.
downplayed. It's so even if you go
And
back,
you got to be careful.
hold on. If you go back to Haaland's first season, right? Everyone spoke about the number of goals Haaland scored, right?
Yeah.
No one spoke about the fact that season Haaland got more assists than Harry Kane.
Yeah.
No one mentioned that, right? Harry Kane, who everyone says is the link-up guy that's the best at linking up. Haaland got more assists than him, but no one wants to speak on that, right? No one wants to speak on that. And by the way, I'm not having a Kane-Haaland conversation because I really rate Kane. But I'm just saying with Haaland, there's a lot of things that people don't want to speak about. I just think he's disrespected mad amounts.
I think you've got to look at it.
Haaland.
I like to look at things from an analytical point of view. Me and Nick were talking about this the other day, weren't we, Nick?
Yep.
I'm going to go at Doku, Sabio. Doku and Sabio are not set up to be wingers, as in get the ball to Haaland, because Pep plays them on the opposite flanks to come in and shoot, not to cross. If he wanted Doku to cross, he'd play him on the right wing, like he does for Belgium, like he did for Stade Rennes. Savio is actually a left footer, so he'd put the ball on the left. He'd put him on the left wing and have him crossing balls on the left. The reason he has Savio on the right and Doku on the left is to come in and shoot, not to get the ball to Haaland. It's to shoot. Watch what Savio and Doku do every time. They come in, invert, and they shoot.
Yeah,
then their job is not to get the ball to Haaland. I think the Haaland bit is more through the middle. If you look at Haaland's conversion rate, it's through the middle where KDB and Foden and or Chirka and etc. meant to get.
And do you know what? There's another example that actually comes on to the other point that I've made a few times when people have this conversation, right? Is that up until this season, and even I had a debate with the Newcastle fan, and he still tried to run it this season. Haaland might get more goals but it's because of the team he is in. So this season, I said, okay, bro. Well, Haaland is in a completely dysfunctioning Manchester City team. And like you just said there, bro, an actual Manchester City team where the wingers were being told, cut in, shoot, right?
Yep.
It wasn't get the ball to Haaland. Isak was in a Newcastle team that was functioning extremely well with wingers. The whole thing was get the ball to Isak. So again, it doesn't add up to me. And by the way, I am not shitting on Isak because I like Isak. If we didn't have Haaland, I'd be saying go and get Isak. Just an update on that. I've just seen this. Nitton saying, I don't give a damn. I'm just happy them cocky scousers got the L in the Isak deal. Have Newcastle come out now and fucking batted it away?
Nitton the ITK.
Cass? What did they say? Lovely. Perfect. Fucking hold that, you scouse bastards.
What happened?
Sorry. Yeah, they've said. Bro, it didn't make sense. Like I was saying yesterday, if Newcastle aren't willing to sell Livramento to City for 165 million, then why would they sell Isak? And like we said on the phone, Nick, earlier, if you sell Isak to Liverpool, then all of a sudden Livramento is going to go, hold on a minute. I thought we were building something here. Bruno's going to say, hold on a minute. I thought we were building something here. Yeah. And any players willing to go to Newcastle will be going, hold on a minute. I thought I was coming to join Isak to try and fucking compete in the Champions League. So
I'll be honest. I do think Isak will leave Newcastle in the end. Maybe not this summer, but I think he does.
But I think that with a few players, I think after winning the trophy in February, right, and after I think as a Newcastle core group of players, they probably go 100%. Are they questioning the Newcastle what's it called? Regime, maybe, regime or the ambition, maybe a little bit, but after winning the trophy, they'll be saying, nah, let's give it a go. Let's give it at least one season.
I was going to say, mate,
with the World Cup, you don't want to take these risks before a World Cup season as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, I honestly think that give it one more year, and I think Real Madrid will come in for
I'm with Nitin. I'm on this one.
Yeah.
I don't think 2 or 3 years. I think a year. Because in 2 or 3 years, he's out of contract.
I think Barca want him for a new stadium. And I think him at Barca absolutely cooks.
If you're Newcastle, Daps, he's got 3 years left in his deal. Do you let him get to his last year?
No, you sell him next summer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But I would imagine right now Newcastle are slamming a contract on the table worth 400 bags a week, something crazy like that.
They can't pay it. They can't pay 400 bags a week.
Yeah.
All right. Let me put it a different way. They'll be saying 250 bags a week, and we'll give you a new house in Saudi every week.
Yeah, honestly.
Bro, you're telling me they won't?
Yeah.
Bro, we used to give people watches. They'll do it one better. Here's a house.
Yeah.
Used to give people watches.
We did, bro. Bear players used to get Rolexes. Bro, let's not act like it doesn't happen.
Oh no, I know it does. I just
use my yacht for a year.
See, I always look at signs. Has Isak at any time come out and said, I'm fully committed to Newcastle, I'm here, I'm staying, I'm not interested in anything?
Nah, I agree.
He's literally stayed silent and gone, nope, I'm not getting involved in this.
But if you are Newcastle, you'll know. And even if it was a case of you'd get him to, I don't know, sign a contract with a 200 million release clause in it or something like that. But what was that? Yeah, the Harry Kane situation, exactly that. So, but yeah, for me right now, listen, give me another couple seasons of Isak outscoring Haaland, and I'll entertain that conversation. But until then, we'll let Haaland go to Italy, look like an absolute don in a linen suit. Fucking.
I was going to say,
wear a roll neck with a bling chain, sunglasses, and design a Breitling watch.
Yeah. The only thing I was going to say, the thing that I noticed the most in the Club World Cup as well was Cherky, obviously coming in off that right-hand side. The amount of times he fizzed that ball across the goal face.
Yeah.
And
same
you know,
with Nori,
again,
by the way, same with Nori on the left.
And Haaland's renowned for always being at that back post anyway. We've cried out for him to be at the front post. I think people are going to be really surprised how many times those two link up with him.
Right. And this is a key for me. There was loads of promising things I've seen in the last 5 months, right? In the last 5 months, there's been lots of promising signs I have seen, whether it be what you've just spoke about there, whether it be Kuzanov's pace, so many positive signs. I just need Pep Guardiola to put the jigsaw together.
Yep.
I think that is the key. We need Pep to see these things and go, yeah, you know what? We're not going to do X and Y. We're not. For me, maybe if I'm playing Kuzanov at right back, I probably need to play Savio on the right, unfortunately. So that's one that I haven't got my head around yet. But
yeah,
I just want Pep to put all these little things together. I'll stand here and say it now. Do I want a right back? Absolutely, right? But if we don't get a right back, do I still believe that this squad has the right resources to do something? I do. I just need Pep to put it together again. I think that's the key for me. That's the key. Right then, people, we are going to end here. Martin, you got anything on Mancunian Way coming up?
Nope. We're out now till August.
You what? You off?
Yeah.
Well,
if summer break... Where's Nick gone? Nick's just dropped.
On that note,
bye, Nick. We're back August 3rd.
Okay, back on August the 3rd. We weren't sure.
Unless anything breaks while I'm in Turkey, I might do a live beach.
When you go to Turkey? Okay.
tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Well, I am up.
Daughter's graduation and then straight to the airport.
Okay. So tonight, hopefully, you might get a few little Instagram stories. Hopefully, with Martin. Hopefully, Martin's going to be there later on.
I'm going to
Poppy's
try.
be there.
It's on me dad. All on me dad at the moment.
Of course. Thoughts with your dad as well. But I'm going to be heading up to Manchester now. And I go Portugal on Wednesday, but I'm taking my laptop with me. So just keep on this channel, the South Stand. We are going to be live every single day from 10:30 for the next, I would say, 2 weeks, and then after that we'll be back to 2 shows a day. But we're not going to start the 2 shows a day until August again, because till August. So we are off, but we will be back tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. This is now going to redirect over to Never a Foul. So please, as usual, stay where you are. Go over to Never a Foul, smash a like, and put South Stand in the
Premier League saved.
Premier League. Oh,
EPL saved.
oh, right. And we're going to dedicate the show on Never a Foul to Newcastle saying no. It's like Charlie the cat. Remember Charlie the cat, Martin? When you were young, Charlie the cat. Say no to strangers.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So this is a lesson to all Premier League clubs. If Liverpool come round, if any Scousers come round offering you money, say no to strangers.